Copeland Coins. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Holcomb on the electric guitar. Obviously, Caleb's not here.
We didn't have our video.
You're supposed to do that, the magical coin twirl. That was okay. You just have to be here next week. You'll know. Rick, you're looking good, man.
You too, man. Nice hat.
Thanks, man. I just got back from the Colorado state of Colorado for the family spring break trip. Nobody broke any bones skiing, though my glasses are broken. I've got like half a pair of glasses here. That's anyway, hey, we got a special treat for you guys because Ricky and I are talking about one of our favorite gaffs. There's a few of them out there. We have a few favorites. That's okay to have more than one favorite, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So one of our favorite guys, and his common slang is known as a small. I almost said amphibian. It's not an amphibian. It's a reptile, a cold-blooded creature that was named that got its nickname by a cold-blooded creature. I would say on a show by Mr. Penn Jillette. He's kind of cold-blooded, I would say, and he's something that he called it's a device, a gimmick that allows us to hide a coin in plain sight, much like a deck of cards hides a card. And we talked about this before, Rick. Maybe that a shell. In many cases, I think a shell is like for a coin magician what a deck of cards is for a card magician. Would you agree?
Yeah. I see a lot of similarities there.
Yeah. So for you guys that don't know what shells are, there's plenty of information on copelandcoins.com. You can check this out here. We're going to talk a little bit of lingo here. We're going to try not to. We're going to probably tip some things if you stay tuned. And if you're a real magician, you will stay tuned because you'll want to learn about these things. Rick and I have a topic to talk with you about our 5 favorite tricks to teach your turtles. Is that the topic? It started off 5 routines with a shell, but that was kind of boring.
I think it's a good topic because whether people have just gotten a shell, or maybe they have a shell and they've really only used it for one thing over the years. Like, I'm excited to. I picked out some different routines. I think that get people researching and searching out maybe some new routines and bring life back into this gaff coin. Or maybe they want to pick one up.
Yeah, I think they definitely should. If you don't have one, it's a fun thing to play with. And I would say that it is easy, like you said, to bring new life into routine or into magic because it's as close in coin magic as we get to self-working in many ways. I was surprised even because I had never taught a routine on turtles, on shells until we released our own. And when I was really thinking about how to teach and communicate this, I was like, wow, the moves are self-working. It was not a hard thing to teach because it was intuitive, basically, So with that in mind, I was giving you an opportunity for a response there, Rick. I think with that in mind, we should probably start talking. And by the way, we'll take any questions. If you got any questions on turtles or their use, we'll try to do our best to answer. But it's a pretty old gaff. It's been around a long time, and it allows you basically to multiply coins, multiply or divide. I guess you can divide 2 coins, subtract coins. It's kind of interesting to say multiply but not add coins. But it is kind of I'm gonna digress. Where's my mind today?
Appear or vanish.
Yeah, appear or vanish. Which it's technically it is multiplying 1 to 2, but you wouldn't necessarily. You could. Now there are specialty gimmicks where you could multiply 2 into 3 and so forth. But for the most part, 99% of all magic is about getting 1 ahead or 1 behind and maintaining 1 ahead. And that's something that a turtle allows you to do because it allows you to take take one coin and then you can split it instantly and have 2 coins, which is just a fantastic thing. It's magic. It's magic. So with that in mind, we are talking here routines. We want to talk some routines, and I think that will open up more questions, more dialogue here. Rick, you came with your 3 favorite routines. Is that correct? And I came with my 2.
And then a 4th, like I'll say honorable mention.
Honorable. Oh, I'm excited about this. You had an honorable mention. See, you came prepared. You can just.
These are by no means.
Here.
These are. Oh,
he
dropped all the way out. Oh, there.
Caleb's not here to pull the levers here, so I'm gone. I was like, you got honorable mention. Maybe you have 2. You could just do this without me. But since you have 3 or 4, and I've only got 2, why don't you start to get a head start here? What would be your first routine that you would say somebody's getting into shell use, that this would be like, bam, instantly they're a superstar?
Well, my very first thought was David Roth's shelled coins across. Now, we just happen to have this on the website. This whole collection, volume 1.
Yes.
So, this whole side is tricks with shells, just so you know. But the shelled coins across is David Roth. This wasn't a new concept, even using a shell for the coins across.
Okay.
But what he did was streamline the choreography so well. The shelled coins across is what I consider like the gold standard of that premise. So
okay.
all other coins across since then have kind of just varied from his choreography of it. So that's, if you get a shell, you got to learn that routine.
Okay.
It's the cleanest coins across you can do.
And when I think of David Roth, I do think of clean.
And then yeah.
That would be a good one.
Now, number 2.
Oh, wait. Let me get it. I'll get in number 2. So I'll just throw that out there.
Okay, you go.
I'll go. Just because we got a bit of suspense here. We're not going to get too much Rick Holcomb all at once here. So I'm going to start a little bit easier here. And this isn't really, I should have had you do this one. We didn't prep this, honestly, because now I'm tooting my own horn here. I was going to start that we released a video. I released a video on the website. And my routine is called Copper in a Cup. That's just been my fun go-to. And that's when I developed this routine and went out about it. If you guys don't know or you haven't seen it, it's there's a little bit of taste of it, I believe, on the trailer. And basically what I do for this routine is I use a coffee cup. I wish I had brought one in here, but I do have a McBride trick goblet here. So I've got the goblet here. And the idea is that by using the coffee cup to hold the shell and then actually to load it and separate it, by doing that, you're able to, in effect, have like a deck of cards. And so there's this unknown state until you show the spectators what's inside, what's going on, that they don't know if the coin has gone inside or out of the cup. And so it's this whole sequence where the coin actually jumps into the cup, it jumps out of the cup, it passes through the cup, it does these multi-phase routine. And what that allows you to do is completely relax, because the shell, the status quo of the cup allows you to hide what is actually going on. And so you're only displaying one coin at a time. And so basically you're not really dirty. Like if you're not having to worry about palms or holding out and all that kind of stuff that causes tension, and those extra sweats and those extra tensions in our shoulders, particularly when we're learning, or if we're new to magic, or if we don't handle coins every day. Let's just be honest, if you don't handle coins every day, it's really easy to build that tension and sweat and those little bitty tweaks and tells that appear on our faces, micro expressions that can give away our magic. And so what I like about using the cup, what really helps people is there you can relax a little bit. Just like we talked about, what the shell allows you to do is you can hide a second coin in place tight. Well, this with the cup and the shell, now you've got lots of confidence, lots of cover. And that routine is called Copper in Your Cup, and it is as well. It's available on the website. and I don't have the exact link for that there, but I'll pull up Rick's link here for something. But if you are interested in the Copeland shell, which we have in the Tiger Tan, which is quite fantastic, this routine, 2 routines actually, but the whole handling of the routine comes with that for free. And I don't want to toot my horn anymore on that. But I like that process of using gimmicks and using gaffs to our ability so that we can relax. Well, I mean, don't you think, Rick? I mean, isn't it nice sometimes to just have a routine where you're not knuckle busting?
Yeah, and it's even better when it looks like knuckle busting stuff. Like the results you get,
Hmm.
the audience is giving you all the credit.
That's true. That's true. That's always a bonus thing. So, anyways, that'd be my first contribution, and that's the only thing I'll say about my own work. It's just that I find that it's helpful for me, and I like to share that with everybody else. So, Rick, what would you say? What's number 3? Give us number 3. Keep us moving.
Number 3, kind of going off of yours, because I didn't know you were going to pick that one. There's a Rune Clan routine.
Ooh.
And he's one of my all-time favorite coin guys.
Yeah.
It's called Clink.
Mm.
And I think it came out as like a standalone download.
I think so.
So it's very affordable, but it's 4 coins in a clear glass. And it's not just a coins to glass. Like, what I like about it is every coin is kind of different. So
Okay.
there's some penetration effects, there's some coins across effects, and then the finale is like a complete disappearance of the last coin, and he uses like a silk to drape it over. And so it has all these elements of like coins across, coins to glass, coins through glass, in this kind of, since it's using 4 coins, it feels like 3 routines all together.
Sounds like
But
Rune
it's
Clan.
very easy to do. Yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like Rune Clan. Very easy to do. That doesn't. That guy.
Yeah, some of his stuff is challenging.
He's just crazy, man. Have you ever seen him perform live? Man, I saw him one year, and he came to the U.S. And apparently, like, he's like the David Copperfield over there of his country. Like, he's very well known. He's performed for the Queen of England, and like he's just very well known over Europe in general. Fantastic. But that guy is one of the few people I've seen who just has the best of. He just has the best of both. He has the comedy. It's drop dead spot on, and he has the chops to sleight of hand, and that is a deadly combination. Friends, that is, you don't see that very often. Usually somebody chooses they're strong in the comedy and their magic is just kind of happens. But Rune Clan can do the real core sleight of hand, and fortunately for us, Team Coin, he is a coin magician. So when Rick's talking about it, recommending one of his effects, like, he does cards, he does everything up on stage, he does some stage effects, but he's in his heart and his core, he's a thinker like us. He's a coin magician, and so I think that's a good routine. That's a good pick, Rick. Good pick.
Thank
you. Yeah. All right.
What's number 4?
Moving right along. Let's see. That was that. Create a banner. Oh, okay. I almost blanked on what number 4 is. Number 4. Oh gosh. I'll have to get a link up here for you guys. Let me see if I can find. Number 4 is a friend of mine who I actually just spoke on the phone this morning with. Just chatting about, and number 4. The suspense is building. I'm waiting for one more person to join us live on Facebook. That's what I'm doing right now. Just kidding. Tell a friend, phone a friend, join us live for number 4. If we can get 5 more people, we'll reveal number 4. It's like a telethon. Just kidding. Number 4 is imagination coins. Hey, we got one more. Yes, it worked. All right, one more join live. Imagination coins by Mr. Garrett Thomas is a number 4. No particular order.
For sure.
Yeah, what a solid effect, because what you just described there with Clink is you get 4 coins, you get the jumping, the transformation. What Garrett Thomas did in this routine was basically said, what is the strongest phase in coins across? What is the very strongest phase? And he said basically it's the last phase. And so what he did is he multiplied the last phase, or this is the way I'm telling the story at least. He multiplied the last phase and to create an entire routine built around the one phase. Well, that's pretty smart thinking, right? I mean, so many times you see somebody get up to teach and lecture, and let's say it's not even magic. Maybe it could be a lecturer or a public speaker or a valedictorian giving an address, a preacher, and they build up their sermon or their address or whatever to the very last point. It's the greatest point. But by then, half the audience has tuned them out because they're waiting for something to get all this filler stuff because the guy's just trying to fill his allotted time. What if you took that last point, the greatest point, and after you've done all your brainstorming, you've done all your writing for your speech, and you say, what's my greatest point? Take that last one. And then you take those first 2 or 3 and you just erase them, just throw them away. And then you start with the greatest point and you expound on that. And maybe you bring back in some of those ideas from the first ones, who knows? But what if you started with the end in mind? You started with the greatest effect and you built on that. That, my friends, is what Garrett Thomas did with imagination coins. And that's why it's such a wonderful effect. And I highly recommend you get it. Matter of fact, so much so that's why I was calling Garrett Thomas this morning to find out how we could put it up on our website for sale. And so as of right now, if you go to copelandcoins.com and search for Garrett Thomas, you will find imagination coins for sale, because I believe it is that great of effect that, hey, why not? Let's throw it up on our website. It belongs there. And it's a wonderful effect. And Rick, have you ever performed it before? Or you've seen it, I know. But
I've seen it, but I haven't performed it, but because I've got my own take on coins across, but
yeah.
like we were just talking about, the ability to take advantage of these gaff coins so that we can make the presentation better, or just focus on the presentation. And imagination coins is a great example where like the impact of the effect will increase, like if you are focusing on the presentation, because he's distilled it down to like the one coin. A lot of the effect is like, it's kind of dramatic, like,
yeah,
it's just a quarter, but you're like, you can make it like a really intense effect, and that's the whole trick right there, is the presentation.
yeah. And I think here's another thing I like about this. Now, Garrett Thomas, anything he puts out, you should study, learn. You should support him, buy his products. He's a great thinker. That's why he's on David Blaine's team. That's no secret. He's a smart guy. Anything he puts out, you should purchase. But what I really love about imagination coins is that it's not so personal to him, if that makes sense. This effect works in anybody's hands. And matter of fact, it works in the spectator's hands. Like, he teaches you the confidence and the ability to let the spectators actually make the magic happen in their hands. And that's pretty powerful stuff. That's pretty cool. So that's why I give it a Copeland Holcomb thumb up. We get 2 thumbs up. I was going to assist one. I'll show my age. I give this a high recommendation of this product, and that's why I dropped on the website, talked to Garrett about us carrying it, and we're able to do so, pull some strings, something like that. But it's a great routine, and it comes with the quarter shell. It comes with just a basic everyday quarter shell that will get you, and you provide your own quarters, your U.S. quarters, and it's a really, really clever effect. So I think there's some other versions out there. If you need us to get them that, email us directly. We could get you maybe some other coin options. But the U.S. quarter is a great coin for this effect. And you need to have the right tools sometimes for the right effects. And that's part of what makes this one work well when you're putting it in spectators' hands. It's a familiar coin, a coin they know and they trust. And so it's a good effect. So that's why I chose that.
It's also a great way to get introduced to the gaff, because using a quarter, it's a lot more affordable, to experiment and check it out before getting like, a silver dollar size shell.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's another benefit.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the way you probably should look at imagination coins if you pick it up from us. I think it's $40 on our website. It's not that much. It's basically you're buying a shell and you get a free, amazing routine. And it is just one routine.
Yeah.
Now there's a workshop within. Now Garrett, he hangs out with Eric Jones, and they workshop and they talk some coins across, like basically some outs and stuff. If you get in a pickle, how do you get yourself out? There's a lot of value packed in it. So it's like basically you buy the shell for $40, and then you get this amazing lecture on one routine, which is sometimes that's the best. You get a lecture just focused on one routine, like I talked about, which is the effect, right? There's full circle. The effect is focusing on one phase. The routine is focusing on one effect. The download. So there you go.
Cool.
Yeah. Hey man, that's my two. That means we're down to number 5. We're on number 5 here. The Rick
plus an honorable mention.
No, plus honorable mention. That's right. Stay tuned.
Number 5.
Stay tuned.
I think this book is still available.
Let me dust the coins off the jacket.
Where am I at?
Yes.
Gary Kurtz.
Gary, if you're out there watching.
So there's a routine. There's a routine in here called Trio. And it uses
does it use 4 coins? Trio?
3 coins. 3 coins and a shell.
Oh, of course.
And
the topic of the day.
It's an appearance of coins, then a disappearance, and then an appearance 1 by 1. Then there's a coins across at the fingertips, which some people have said is the first kind of 3 fly in print. And then it ends with the vanish of all 3 coins.
I had the page bookmarked
so
from time ago.
It's a challenging routine, but and another one that's similar to this by Jeff
Wait, is that number 5? Are you doing the honorable mention already?
Coins.
Are you doing the honorable mention?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just thought of that right now.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we gave Gary his full deserves, because I said this is a great book, so much so that again I pulled some strings. We've got this on CopelandCoins.com right now. We do, and this is crazy. We have just about everything we talked about, which is not typical for us, right? Usually we're plugging a little bit of everything. We support artists around the world, and we want to do that, but we obviously have our coin magic, and so yeah, we have this amazing book available.
And there's a ton of great magic, non-coin magic in there that's, great close-up tricks and stuff.
Absolutely.
One of my more unique books that I have.
Yeah, I think so. I think that.
Okay.
And there's some good. Okay, what? Are you gonna show us some magic?
The honorable mention one.
Oh, the honorable mention. All right.
When I was looking at this DVD, I was reminded of a trick on here called photo coins. And this is the most unique use of a shell that I can remember. Because, like we were talking in the beginning, a shell is most often used to vanish a coin or to make a coin appear. But in this routine, you introduce a tiny blank piece of paper, and you've got 2 coins, and you talk about old photography when you would develop pictures between plates of metal.
And this is David Roth.
I don't think it's his creation.
Okay.
But I'd have to look where it came from.
I'm
he
curious.
Might credit it in the video.
Okay, but it sounds
so you go on to
taking something outside coin magic and applying it to coin magic.
Yeah. So you go on to force a card on someone, and then when you separate the coins, that blank piece of paper is now printed like a miniature playing card.
Yeah.
And it's using a shell. Like, the trick isn't about the coins. It's it's about the card and the paper.
Yeah.
But the shell is doing the dirty work for you. So that's an honorable mention. If you have this, go remind yourself of that routine.
Absolutely. That's I've got to remind myself of that routine, because it's been a little while. It's probably been a pandemic somewhere in there since I last went through all that David Roth material. which is great though. It's why we have it. We've kind of resurrected that, and we've had it on the website. We launched it this summer, and we saw great interest because there is so much great magic out there. And of course, today we're just focusing on our top 5, 6 routines with shells, but there are there's hundreds out there surely, and everybody has their own. If you ever play with the shell, you know, there's a lot of stuff. Look here, I've got some posts. So Dean Dill's displacement move is incredible. Something about Dean Dill has done a lot of turtle work. That is very true. You think of some of the custom made turtle sets out there. It's the Dean set, right, where they reshaped the actual whole set of coins to match the turtle, which was good. Here's somebody answer your question. The photo coins, I think Bert Albertson or Matt Schulin. A Matt Schulin effect. Really get out of here. I used to love Matt Schulin. Yeah. That guy he was the one. Matt Schulin originally created the eating the goldfish. You remember that? Matt King performs in Las Vegas today. Matt Schulin. He was a great guy. He was a bar magician. He used his body. He was a large man. He used all kinds of stuff, and he manipulated. He'd eat goldfish, and I think he's accredited with the very first goldfish shell as well. And live goldfish, not the crackers. If anybody's got a goldfish shell out there in their routine, please comment below. We loved. Oh my goodness. Well, so there's all kinds of comments here. This is what happened when Caleb's not here. I missed these. So I've got some personal comments here, but also some great questions here. Imagination coins. Scott says on Imagination's coin, my pick number 3, first coin routine. I keep the gaff in my earbuds case for an extra everyday carry. Very good. I think the gaff at one time it came with a little earbuds case. Let's see. Magnetic and steel cores get overlooked. That's for sure. Is there a download only option for Imagination coins? Not at this time. That's the question shell there. I wish that there was, but right now I think it's gaff included. That was what I was trying to pull some strings on with the phone call this morning. Let's see. Have the question here: either of you used a silver dollar for Imagination coins? How did it compare to quarters and spectators' mind? I have not. I think that it would be okay. I think that if you watch Garrett's thought process, I'm pretty sure in the video he'll answer why he uses quarters, and we kind of touched on that a little bit. I think something for this, because you allow the spectator to handle the turtle. I think there's something to that. Now, that being said, there are cases, particularly when turtles are a little bit heavier in flipper and dolphin shape, when they have a little more weight to them. I know Eric Jones has some work on that, and I would be more cautiously handing out a very expensive gimmick to somebody to do that. But with this case, I think because the quarter size and the weight is very similar, there's nothing suspicious about it. So I think quarters are a really good choice personally for that. And with that in mind, I think, let's see. Oh, here's some other stuff. Vernon, sensitized paper from Tarbell is great. Okay. Hey, Sean, what's going on, Sean? And so we got Shiloh's. And then Scott here says, my only concern about using dollars for IC Imagination coins would be the weight difference. Oh, the very thing I just said here. So did they not include the coin purse anymore with dollars? That is something I will try to let you know as soon as possible. I believe it's a little silicone coin purse that was included, and that was a way for in shipping to protect the shell, is my understanding. So I believe that is still included. Actually, originally, Imagination coins came with a DVD. And so again, we just listed on the website. So we will have those in stock ASAP and be shipping those out like just about immediately by the end of the week. So if you pick one up today, and I will let you know, we'll post on the website or not whether it's a DVD or a download if they've updated it. My copy was DVD. Shows my age. I'm feeling it. Ricky, you're looking good, man. How you doing over there?
Doing good. I still haven't caught up from daylight savings time.
Oh man, I don't know. So good deal. Well, guys, I really appreciate y'all enjoying us today on the live stream. We hope we gave you a lot of content, and come back, review this video. You can check out the tags there. You can search any of the terms on Copeland Coins, or drop us an email, and that is, our email is bam, team@copelandcoins.com, where we're always happy to help you. One of us, or Caleb, will get in touch with you right away, usually same day. We're pretty hopping on the customer service. We try our best. We are not 100% successful, but we try to give quick responses during normal business hours. And so if you have any questions on things or questions on our products, you can go check them out on our website. Stay in touch. Let us know what you'd like to have. And if you have ideas, since I'm taking the lead today, I'll say if you have ideas, if you have some routines or something that you would like to get published, you think it's novel enough and that it's new modern coin magic, that it hasn't been done before, or we'll test our limits and advance our art, please submit us videos. We're recruiting new artists all the time, and we've got some, we say it every time, great things coming for you in store, and we try to back that up every single month where we say it. So Ricky's been working hard. We've got some great things in store. And with that in mind, Rick, you got anything else to close us out?
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so very much. If there's some last comments that we didn't get to, we'll try to check those out in their respective platforms and be in touch with you all. So my name is Jeff. This is Rick, and we are representing Team Copeland Coins, and we're happy here to serve you at any time. Let us know, and we're here again, always, as always, to help you make beautiful magic. Thank you, guys.
See ya.